Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's topic, the media's narrative is at it again. It's days like this that I enjoy. Truly enjoy doing this platform. Because the media is not even, they're not even hiding it. They're not even trying to disguise how they market and how they distinguish QBs and different people based on how they want them to be perceived. So listen, I'm going to read off some stuff for you today, right? So I love it. So there's two different things, right? So the Joe Burrow contract came up, okay? Shout outs to him. He's going to get his money. Let's be real. He deserves it. But the way that they're pandering, right? Check this out. Joe Burrow says, it says that Joe Burrow said a contract extension is in the works and he's involved in the discussions. He added that having other players on his roster who are due for paydays is on his mind. And then he quotes him saying, you got to have good players. It doesn't matter how good your quarterback is. If you don't have good players around him, you're not going to be good. And PFF and them run right behind it and go, Joe Burrow wants to keep the Bengals core together. Clap, 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 clap. Joe Burrow, a true leader. Did you hear any of that being spewed when Jalen Hurts was up for his contract? Did you hear any of that for Lamar Jackson's? No. Before the touchy feely of Deshaun Watson? No. Did you hear that about Patrick Mahomes? Just in case you think that I'm playing favorites with Lamar. Oh, it's not done. So then, of course, I'm looking at everything and I'm saying, man, this is kind of crazy. They're really bigging him up. And then they put this out, right? Amazing. Joe Burrow paid for mental health treatment for 20 families at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Burrow's foundation couldn't narrow down the list of families that needed help, so he and his father helped all 20. To the players like John Morant, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, even Patrick Mahomes, do you notice how the media portrays Herbert, Burrow, and Allen? Y'all haven't noticed it yet, huh? Listen, Lamar literally just had a mental health seminar coming up. It's been on mute. Mute! They don't want to hear about that. I already told y'all. Somebody in the media told me if it's not negative, if it's not provocative, when dealing with Lamar, they don't want it. But they want every story they can get on Joe Burrow. Every one of them. You know what it even does? It changes the way they're perceived by fan bases, right? The media started, he's a running back for Lamar, right? The media started, well, he can't throw and his arm isn't really up to snuff. When that was never his grades or anything when he was in college. When he was coming out of college, they said he had a cannon. His arm comparison was Michael Vick. Not even his running, his arm. Please, somebody here tell me Michael Vick didn't have an arm. But this is why I tell you why the media bothers me. This is why, when I'm on here and I'm talking about, certain athletes and the discrepancies in how they're portrayed. This is why I talk so candidly when it comes to things of this nature, because players got to know this. They got to know. The media is not going to portray you as a hero. You are going to be portrayed as a villain. Patrick Mahomes, listen, I'm gonna give you the perfect example, because a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, it's just because because you got to meet Lamar and you love Lamar and he's your favorite player on your favorite team, so you're totally biased." Fine, take Lamar out of it. Let's go, Patrick Mahomes. Anything that they could get to denigrate him, they're gonna do. Name how many stuff have come out about him helping with charities. Name how many stuff has come out that, his contract was to make sure that he helped out the team and everything else. He was being conscious of the team. No, there's nothing like that coming out. Because that's not the perception. That's not the way they want that player peddled to the masses. That's why it bothers me. And you can't even make the assumption and say, "Oh, well, that's just one." No, look how they pandered to Herbert. So it's not just me. You cannot say Lamar. I can always change it about, okay, what about Jalen? Jalen's contract was a great team contract, right? Do you hear any of them saying, "Oh, he took a little less. He did what he needed to do to keep his team together. Oh my God, he's such a team guy. He's so fly. He's so right." No, you don't hear none of that, do you? None of it. But you hear everything about this guy named Joe Burrow. And I don't hate Joe Burrow, right? I've always said, I think he's a very good quarterback. I think that the best player on their team is Chase. Chase is, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I've always had to say about the Bengals. You know what I mean? That's it. But the way that they're portrayed in the media is night and day. I look at Lamar, and I talked to the guy. I saw so many things that he does, so many charities, the fun day for the kids, for his community, all that stuff. Do you think the media wants to hear about any of it? No. You know what they say? As soon as you bring that to them, they go, "Oh, hi, ESPN. Do you know that Lamar Jackson helped out 150 kids and paid for schooling," whatever else like that? Oh. They don't want to hear it. They say, "Get that out of my face, boy." Think about it. They don't want to do that. And everyone's going to say, "Well, I've seen good things portrayed about LeBron." There's always a catch-22, and there's always an exception to the rule. LeBron owns a media company. How he is portrayed, he controls it. You understand? Not the media. Name how many pieces came out before LeBron, and I'm using it because he's one of the biggest athletes of all time, right? That they said positive things about LeBron helping out and doing all the other stuff. You know what I mean? Taking less, helping out his team. Did you ever hear it? No, you did not. And it's so, listen, I don't only want to make it about race, because a lot of people are going to say race, but it's undeniable. I'll even give you another one. Look, if you want to use the NBA, right? Look at the way how the league portrayed Steve Nash. Look at the way they portrayed Jason Kidd. Just look at it. And for anybody that's not, or if you're too young to understand just who Jason Kidd was when he was leading a team 3 consecutive years to the finals, right? Never got an MVP, none of that stuff. And look how they pandered to Steve Nash, how he was portrayed, a hero, the ultimate team player. You have to start to ask yourself, why do they do things like this? And the media frustrated me beyond frustrating. And look, we're going to touch on topics like this. Why? Because it's the Wunderkind Show. We're honest. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. But certain topics, it pushes thought, right? And then, just like anything else, we have to discuss it. And we're going to address it, even if it's a little uncomfortable. But tell me if you don't see it. Tell me if you don't hear it. Because I do. And I took Lamar out of it. I say, look at the media, how they portray Patrick. Look how they portray Lamar. Look how they portray Jalen, right? Those are the big three when it comes to that, right? Now go over to this section. Look how they portray Burrow. Look how they portray Herbert. Look how they portray Lawrence. Look how they portray Allen. I get very frustrated at this, and the reason why is because it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Like, there has to be a time where you understand that, these narratives have to die. They have to die, because what you're doing is you're ruining the image of people that truly are deserving of more. And even something else, I'm going to show you how crazy this is. When you have a player that you big up, everyone's thinking, well, that's a fall from grace. No, what it does is it cushions their landing. You understand where I'm coming from? Right now, God forbid, if Joe Burrow, something came out with Joe Burrow, let's say a physical altercation between somebody drunk at the bar or whatever else like that, because there are so many stories about him being a leader, being a winner, being all about the team, being a philanthropist, people are less, because remember, you could be 100% right and 100% wrong in public opinion. And perception becomes truth. So then because he's done all those things, like, hey man, look, I get it, but this is a good guy, you know what I'm saying? It lessens the blow. If you're worth X amount of dollars and people hate millionaires, billionaires, that's how it goes. People hate those that have more, right? So they're already looking for a reason to hate you. So once you do stuff, that's why people pile on. But with the media playing favorites and pandering to certain narratives, it gives it life. And then things like that happen. So listen, I'm telling y'all this. Mark my words. You have heard nothing positive about Lamar in the media. You don't hear nothing positive about Patrick Mahomes. You don't. You know what we heard about Patrick Mahomes? The stupidity of his little brother doing what he did. The little brother's fault, and they keep that on constant rotation. Patrick Mahomes' brother. They don't say his name. No one even knows his name. Joe Burrow's, Justin Herbert's, Josh Allen's brother, God forbid, could run somebody down by accident. And it wouldn't make the news. And if anybody comes on here and says anything, I got 2 words for you. Ben Roethlisberger. Did you hear when he was retiring? How he was honored? How he was portrayed? How he was dignified? Did you remember? Do you remember when Kobe Bryant tragically passed away? How they tarnished any semblance of his name, of his credibility on his deathbed? Y'all tell me it doesn't matter? People will say, oh, Nitro, you're making a big deal about it. You go and tell me if I'm right or wrong then. Please. It's wrong. It's so wrong. And they know what they're doing. That's the worst part. They're in the back like, as evil scientists or villains. Willing and ready to ruin somebody's cultivated image. Let me tell you something right now. It takes years to build up a brand, to build up your image. But it only takes one mistake to tear it all down. And the media will be there handing out stones, handing out pitchforks, handing out flaming bottles of liquor to help in your demise, especially for certain types of players. And I don't want to say it. I'll let y'all say it in the comments section. But please, tell me if I'm right or wrong. I love to see what we have to say in the comment section about this. Oh, yeah. And it has to be addressed. It should be addressed. And we're going to keep addressing it when it comes up. And that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you all for watching. You know we have fun. You know we laugh. But everything we talk about is rooted in what? Truth and facts. So please remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. I love the comments. Just be respectful to other people. We have no problems. And if you would like to donate to this channel to help it grow, at the bottom of the screen on this side is a QR code, and it's to a Cash App. You can find the Cash App in the description of every video that we do, okay? And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Yes, that's for all donations. And if you would like to go even further in your helping of this channel while gaining something on your end, you can become a patron of The Wunderkind Show. That is right. The Patreon for this channel is up and running. You get access to the Discord, access to questions from subscribers. You can hit me up directly. There's going to be sweepstakes for merch. And there's going to be a fantasy football league with a prize at the end. So go ahead and join that. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out. Yeah.